Hey guys. Hey guys, I'll just talk with you for a bit. So I'm going to go through my scenes and start creating a bunch of scenes. These are scenes that I made prior, so I'm just going to tweak them a little bit for the daily show and go from there. So yeah, the show is just going to be me talking about whatever news and whatnot that comes in. But yeah, let me get started here. So I'm gonna change this title. So if you haven't used Ecamm before, this is behind the look. Let me go into live demo mode so you see what I'm seeing. Okay, so this is what Ecamm looks like, and we'll run through here. So, like I was saying, so the new show is going to called TechBits. So this will be my intro while I'm getting ready. So it'll be the first scene that I put up for about 5 or 10 minutes. On the right, basically, is some code in a script that I wrote that actually pulls the featured videos from YouTube and puts them in there. So it's basically the latest videos coming in. I think it's a nice placeholder. Okay, so first things first, let's see what I want to do here. So I'm gonna play with the titles. Maybe I'll let people know that I'm setting up. So how about we do something like warming up the stream. Something like that. So, have things locked here. So the whole scene is locked. There you go. I like locking things so I don't move things around by accident. Okay, so warming up. See, and it stops you from clicking on other stuff. I am going to clean all this up. This is kind of like my master profile that has like all my stuff in it, and it's really not needed. I'll probably rename stuff so it's a little easier. Okay, so back to warming up the feed. You know, I'm gonna make a folder, call it text. Put in the folder for now. Yeah, I can't grab the end of it for some reason because it's still locked. That's right, I tried to lock it. Okay, so play around with sizing once I get everything in here. So browser tug of war, let's unlock that. Set that. Let's put in here the name of the show, maybe. TechBits. Okay, put that in there. I like the live. I will keep that and throw that in there too. Maybe we'll change the color. And then there's the line. Line's in there. Put the line in there too. Like starts in. Why just locked? Let's unlock that. So I want that above the line. Let's get rid of these photos. We're probably not going to use them for in here for this. Let's add another folder for this is my thought process going. Let's put starts in as well, in there, and the counter as well. So they're all in the same thing. Let's unlock everything, all those items, so I can move them out of the way a little bit. Okay, so there's one more text I want to put under here. I will copy that, paste it, and move one of these down. I don't know if you double click in here. In there. Oh, I thought it was in there. Anyhow. Edit text. We're gonna change this to news worth knowing. Okay. And then I am using music which is royalty free from Pixelbay. So I do want to add a little thing to the bottom. So let's keep it in white for right now. Copy, paste one more time. Let's come into here, and I wrote a little thing. I'm gonna come in here and paste it. Your creative needs. Okay, we're gonna make that a lot smaller for right now. Let's leave it at 24. And my thinking was I would put this on the right hand side down here. I don't know how big is too big. Doesn't have to be something that seems too much. You know, that looks pretty good. We're gonna use the opacity and maybe make it so it don't stand out too much. There you go. We don't want it to stand out more than the video. I think that looks good down there. Where is it in here? Click on it, it highlights, so it went to the top of the list. I'll put it at the bottom. I like kind of having them in the right order, which looked like this didn't save. Interesting. So let's do that one more time. News worth. Oh, that's what I have to do. It changed on me. So in here, I have the countdown, auto change. Oh no, it's not set. I must have hit a button then. Oh, I think it's just warming up. It's 2 lines, so I didn't see it. News worth knowing. Save. No, change it again for some reason. News worth knowing. Yeah, I'm not sure why that's moving around like that. Okay, so we kind of have our text here. Let's play around with it and figure it out. I usually like trying to keep this to one side. Or do I just, because it's streamed, do I just want to go across the whole thing? TechBits. Maybe make that a little bigger. We could change the color of live, maybe. This is just me looking at this on the fly. You know what? Let's hide the starts in for a while. Maybe that's an overkill. Could add another graphic or something here. I don't know about that yet. Let's put the timer on the top of everything. This way, if we want to overhang it, we could. This is just a creative process, right? So. My background music looks like it stopped too. So again, this is all streaming and stuff. I'll have to fix the audio music later, but let's keep moving with this. I'm going to edit this a little more because I do want it to be a little more rotated. Yeah, that works pretty good. So I am going to do a few things here. Make a couple of more folders to make things a little easier to move around. So this section, well, let's see. That's good. But I guess let's get rid of some stuff I don't need. So let's get rid of that. I like the grids here. I have grids that I've made just to help laying stuff out. I do this in case I'm going to do vertical videos or something, so I could quickly turn it on and see I have the red grid lines that I made, and I also just have like a dark and black to black out the sides and know where things are. But that's just for behind the scenes placing stuff. The logo's up there. I don't need, I'm gonna get rid of any extra cameras. Yeah, the graphics I don't need in here. I will get rid of all of them. Do we want to put a date on here? Yeah, the more I look at this, the more I think it needs to come a little lower. I guess I'll get rid of this stuff for now. All right. The spotlight is the widget that I created with the code. I have some other stuff in here which I'm never gonna use for this. Music by. Okay, so if I close that, all the text should be in there, right? The music by is not in there. Let's put that in there. Okay. This is all background stuff. Okay, so that is good for our first one. I am going to remove some of the other ones. Again, I'm trying to clean this out. And I'm going to rename this to intro. You know what? I deleted something by accident. Let's go back. There you go. Yeah, I think I deleted the background when I meant to click on this. And delete over there. Okay, so make sure this is locked for now so we don't delete anything by accident. Okay, so these are all our intros. Again, I almost did it. I clicked the wrong trash can. Yeah, I usually make another scene for my thumbnails, but we'll figure that out later. And then I have a start here, so I have everything else in other folders. I'm just going to condense them all for right now. So the intro's on the top. Okay, so I guess I didn't rename it because I undid it. Intro. Well, this isn't really waiting. Warming. Warming up, we'll call it. So, because we do have an actual intro, which is and then moves on to the next one. So the idea that's over with, it automatically goes to the waiting. And then when this is up with the 10 minutes, I don't have it put in there right now or however long I want to make it. When that's over, it will go into the next scene. And then that scene will just be my main camera here. There you go. Me introducing what we're going to talk about that day. So this show is mostly going to be screen sharing a screen or Safari. So so that would be one. That's a desktop view, which I don't need. 1 second. Let's put that into the desktop folder somewhere. Let's see. I have a Sony. I'm not going to steal this. What I like doing is just duplicating them. So I'm going to duplicate this. Oh, wrong. Enter. Wrong folder. I want it up there. Okay, let's close this. I don't want things. So that's one of the desktop, which that's going to be changed. But there's another one in here of just the desktop. And then there's one of, okay, well, let's leave that right there. Okay, so we got our main shot, right? And then we have this desktop shot, but we're not going to make it a desktop shot. But let's go in here and fix whatever we need to fix first. It looks like, and let's get rid of stuff we don't need, right? So this is a big part of here. Okay, so it looks like the Thomas label. Let's wrong Thomas label. Well, let's look in the Thomas circle. Is it that one? Yeah, so that one seems to be really, really big for some reason. Does not need to be that big. Alright, so something like that. That's my camera. So Thomas circle, which I like to have that on the top since that's on the left. Life with Tech is in the middle. This label, I don't think we need in here. So let's delete that. Guest circle, no, because we'll make a whole nother scene for guests. Logos on the right. The rectangle goes around the whole outside. And let's make sure we're locking stuff to end. We don't need, we get rid of stuff we don't need. There's a YouTube in there that's not needed. Circle, locked, locked. Okay. So this screen capture, let me jump over to something. So here's a browser. So what we like doing is not just sharing the desktop. So the nice thing with this app too, is it gets rid of all the icons. You can see there's no icons on my desktop. But what I like doing is focusing right on the app itself. So we're going to use InnoReader, which is my RSS feed, right? So ultimately, we're going to put it in here. We're going to go to the push it to the top and let it go full screen. I have multiple monitors here, so real estate's not a huge thing. So, but what we're going to do is come back into our screen share here and change that to, see it says show primary display now. We want to go Safari. So it's only focused on Safari. So if I move screens and move anything in front of it, you're not going to see it. And I could click activate system, so here's the audio if it comes through. So since I will always be opening it this way, I am going to do a couple of things. One, I'm going to make it a little bigger. So enough so that I cut the sides off. And that looks pretty good. So right there, that looks like a nice fit. So ultimately, we're just going to come in here. I'm going to share my screen, and we're gonna chat about some of the news that's going on. So I'm going to go ahead and lock this. My main camera's locked. Yeah, and I don't have my lights on, guys. Right? So I look dark because I don't have my lights on. Well, I guess I'll turn them on and leave them on. So this is ultimately the view. So, I wouldn't talk about every single article that's out, but anything that I see that has merit, to me, what I'm interested in, technology, Apple products, coding, programming, AI, I will, touch base on anything that I, think is relevant and that I think you guys should know about. Bring festive cheer to your Mac for the holiday season, right? So, I mean, the idea is I would click on here and zoom in a little bit, I'll read it to myself and give you the opinions. So these news articles aren't something that I'm accumulating during the day, right? So I think a lot of people do the whole, let me curate a bunch of stuff and make notes and do it. I do this anyway in the morning. I go through all my feeds, all the news, and then I have a habit of, telling other people about it. So I figured, why not just do this live, and get that firsthand experience on my thought without, investigating. Some things I may do deeper dives in, but the thought is to run through stuff quickly. Not quickly, but my normal morning routine of running through my news and that type of stuff. So again, we have this view. So that's done. I'm just going to call this my main view. Sony. I put like bees next to a lot of things for borders. Like the blue going around. There's times when I don't want them in certain scenes, so I might have them with or without it. I do some like Apple Vision Pro videos and stuff too, or showing things on an Apple TV. Sometimes it's nice not to have those borders to clog it up. Okay, so I got that. I got the main. And then I have one that doesn't, that doesn't have me, but let's do it. Let's do the same thing. Let's do it this way. Let's delete that one. Again, I started. Keep clicking the wrong delete button. Okay, so we already made this one, which looks pretty good, and we cleaned it up. So let's make a duplicate of that one, right? And go, we'll call that main 2 for a second. Let's go back here and call this main plus cam. Plus, I guess in this case, I'm saying Sony because I have more than one camera around. So main plus Sony. And this one will just be just the main. So we're going to come in here and we're going to turn off my circle. Oh, wrong circle. The Thomas circle. Well, I still want. Okay, so we get rid of the camera and then we'll take that and move that all the way down. Well, let's do it. The something like that. And let's lock it. I don't know. Maybe there's a time when we don't want all the logos and stuff. So let's do another one. Let's go main only. Maybe we'll change the names later, but that sounds good. Let's get rid of the Life with Jack, Thomas Circle, the logo. And should we get rid of the whole rectangle too? Or should we leave it and maybe just take the bottom down? Top. I don't like when it. There you go, something totally like that. Okay, I guess let's resize the screen share because we probably have to make it bigger, which means it's going to cut some more out. But maybe we want that. I think you could scroll with 2 fingers or something and have it zoom in, but I'm trying to pay attention to. Yeah, this gives us a funny cutout. We would end up still wanting the bottom if we want to get the whole web page in. You know, unless I just, again, we want to zoom in just a little. See, that's my thing with the 2-finger zoom. Once you get to that max, it kind of stops you. So you have to kind of go and grab the corner a little. Yeah, we have to go a decent amount more. Oh. It has one of my other cameras behind it, I guess. So let me just open something else in here so we see the center. Maybe so we make that centered. Maybe we zoom in. Maybe I don't need to see all that on the top. Zoom in maybe a little more. Maybe we could go a little bit more. Okay, so let's call main zoom. Right, so if I'm in here, we can get rid of all that. Or maybe we do want to throw the Life with Tech, sorry, not that one, this logo back in the mix a little, but maybe we will put it in a different location, make it a little smaller, let's say. And we won't make it so stand outish. So now we can move it. Well, let me lock that. Let's lock all this stuff. Come back. maybe put it small. I still like it at the bottom. But let's look at some of the options because we don't need it to be super in your face, right? There's some blending modes I figured I would mess around with. Darken, that's way too much. Multiply. Sometimes you could get a cool little style. Screen, color dodge, no. There, soft light. I think I skipped overlay. Yeah, you really can't see it on the black. Hard light. That makes the colors look a little pin light difference. Yeah, okay, I'm not really seeing. I mean, do saturation maybe? Is there, but there's not like there's a slider for saturation or any of the other options, so kind of stuck with whatever it's choosing. So I'm just gonna probably go back to normal. Normal. Pull the opacity down a little. Maybe I'll give it a little perspective. Just a slight angle to it. Let me drop a shadow behind it too. Let's go to a page that's not totally bad black. And then I'm just playing around with the shadow options. We are on a black page again, but for the most part, we will be. I don't know. I mean, let's see. Let me take a look at that luminosity again. It made it look a little black and white. Maybe that's better for this page. It won't stand out as much, rather than me making a black and white image. That might work pretty good. Yeah, let's leave it at that. And then we could, depending on, we could make it come in a certain way. Spin in from right. Let's see what that looks like. All right, I did this backwards. I named it wrong. Okay, so this is main. This is main with zoom plus zoom. All right, so for the most part, yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Where is my comments? I don't know if I have comments added here. Okay, well, let's go to the regular main. We're on the regular main one. Let's work in here. To be honest, I always forget where the comment thing is because it's its own option. that gets added in here. Usually I have it in and I leave it just in the top so it's in everything. But okay, so it's in overlays. Add placeholder for comments. There you go. That's a pre-one that I made before. I like leaving this in the top. In the top layer, because anything in this show in all scenes will be on all the scenes. So I could hit a button and pull it in. Let's customize it a little bit. This is a color that I was using for another one, but I think I might like making it the same color as the background and sticking it to one of the sides. Or maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Let's play around here. That's why we're here, right? And then I want to play with the text. I think it's dynamic, so it should just be whatever I make it. Wow. I don't know why it's jumping around so big like that. Let's undo that, undo, undo. Maybe because of the, okay, so let's look at the settings for edit text. Let's go down. Let's start like 24. Wow, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Right at the bottom. So, where's my placeholder again? Oh, my placeholder went away. Shoot. Overlays. Add placeholder. Oh no, it was right there. I just didn't see it. I thought I moved it to the all scenes. So I put it at the very top. Okay, this dynamic is maybe messing with me. The dynamic just keeps really moving it on me. So if I did something like this, so this corner radius, you could curve some of the corners here. If I keep those solid on that side, and then do something like butt it up against the edge like that, you know, something like that. That's what I'm thinking. Let me hide the extra stuff. Maybe get rid of some of the border in there. Is there border width? No, that's text. What am I mixing? Let's see. No, we didn't want the scroll ticker. There's just going to undo a couple of times, get it back to where it was. Command Z is your friend. Okay, so yeah, I really want to get the border around the text a little less down. Seems like if I show, okay, text margin, here you go. This is what I was looking for. Now I could bring it down. Border width. I really want it so close to the top, but so he also has a slider for how big this picture of the person would be. Something like that, I guess. If I go to dynamic, is it going to mess it all up? Yeah. Dynamic just messes it all up. Of course, now I put it somewhere where I couldn't even... Oh, where is it? Oh. For some reason it wouldn't let me undo it either, so... Okay, text box shrink. Okay, I think we had it best before. Something like this, right? I don't know, what do you think? So here, this is Daniel Porter popped in and said hi. So if I push him, he just said yo. Be nice if we were able to separate the name from what they're saying a bit. Now, since there's an actual picture in there, maybe let's make the picture a little bigger. There you go. Yeah, it would be nice if they separated, but I don't think there's a way. If you guys know, please let me know in the comments later. There's a way to add some separation between the name of the commenter and what they're actually saying. Maybe in the dynamic it works, but I guess not in this shrink. Okay. And that actually pulled it out. So even though I had it in the for all scenes, once I used it the first time, it pulled it and put it in there. So with that said, I'll put it in there. Let's turn off his. Let's turn this up. Put that back. This way I could jump into so the intro, and we're going to remove it in the middle. The warm-up, we'll never use it. In here I might, so I'm going to go ahead and copy this down. Oh, I'm like, why isn't this working? Why do you think it's not working? Because I have it locked. That's the whole purpose of it. Okay, so I put it in there. I'm going to lock it. Right, I'll turn it off. By default, it's still on up in here, but we are moving through these. So this one we want it to, so we're going to copy it down. All right, lock it. And our main zoom, we don't have one there, so let's copy this. And now, well, that was the last one, so we'll come back up, delete the original out of there. Let's lock it, hide it, lock it. It's locked already in that one. It's locked already out, but you know what, that last one, it was open, right? Oh no, it's closed. Let's go back to warming up. Let's make sure it's not in there. Okay, so I think we're good with all of these. So again, to reiterate, we have our and then we have our countdown. Maybe I'll tweak this a little more, you know, not totally sold on it. But now that we're getting the layout and everything together, I wonder if I should put this music provided by Pixabay on any of the other pages. I'll have to put this inside the comments, but not the comments, sorry, the description of the video. But yeah. Interesting, right? So everything's looking straightforward here. So we should have probably the main Sony. Main Sony. Main Zoom. So I guess the zoom is, let's put the Sony at the bottom. So I have a loop deck here. So with the loop deck, I'll set it up so I could just hit buttons on the loop deck and it would switch between these scenes. But we will do that another way. This is probably running pretty long. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Any suggestions? Yeah. So I will be looking at doing this whole live probably next week. Maybe I'll do a quick run through or something over the weekend as another test. But yeah, the idea is to try to get on daily around the same time. I don't want to lock in a specific time. This is not my full-time job, so it will dance around that. But again, I just, first thing in the morning, that's what I do anyway. So I just figured I would share that experience, knowledge, and findings. There's been a lot of interesting things coming in the world of the motion picture industry, AI. Apple's been doing a lot of things lately. OpenAI. There's been a lot of stuff going on. Every morning I'm like, wow, I need to tell this person or that person about this, and have discussions on it. The Apple Vision Pro, heavily into that. Let me know if you want to see some more videos or talks about that. All right, guys. Till next time. See you then.